For foreign entrepreneurs and investors, marriage is not only a personal milestone. It is a legal event that can directly affect ownership control and long-term value. Ignoring this reality is one of the most expensive mistakes founders make. Most prenuptial agreements are drafted for salaried individuals. They focus on static assets and predictable income. Entrepreneurs operate in a very different legal and financial environment. For founders, value is created over time. Equity appreciates, companies scale, and reinvestment compounds. Vietnamese marital law examines when and how that value is created. Without a prenuptial agreement, business growth during marriage may be presumed joint property. This applies even if the company was founded before marriage. For investors, this risk is often underestimated. Many foreign founders rely on corporate structuring to protect assets. They assume that offshore holding companies or shareholder agreements are sufficient. Vietnamese marital law does not automatically defer to corporate form. A prenuptial agreement aligns marital law with corporate reality. It clarifies how equity appreciation, dividends, and exit proceeds are treated. Without this alignment, legal gaps remain. A prenup for entrepreneurs must go beyond listing assets. It must address future value creation, control rights, and reinvestment. Silence on these points creates ambiguity. Vietnamese courts distinguish between ownership interest and management role. A prenup should clarify both. Control disputes are often more damaging than valuation disputes. Dividends and distributions received during marriage may be classified as joint income. If reinvested, the classification becomes even more complex. Entrepreneurs often overlook this compounding effect. Clauses that simply state business assets as separate are often insufficient. Courts examine economic reality, not labels. Specific mechanisms matter. The earlier a prenup is signed, the clearer the separation. Once value creation accelerates, classification becomes harder to unwind. Preparation must precede growth. Investors often hold assets across multiple jurisdictions. Vietnamese marital classification may apply even if the investment vehicle is foreign. A prenup must anticipate cross-border interaction. Liquidity events change everything. Mergers, acquisitions, and IPOs crystallize value. Without clear prenup provisions, disputes often arise at the worst possible moment. Business-related prenups affect third parties, investors, and creditors. Vietnamese courts assess fairness, transparency, and consent carefully. Poor drafting attracts intervention. Full disclosure strengthens enforceability. Entrepreneurs who hide or minimize assets undermine their own agreements. Transparency protects more effectively than secrecy. Prenup should not contradict shareholder agreements. Inconsistency creates legal friction. Alignment across documents reduces risk. Entrepreneurs are comfortable managing risk, but legal risk in marriage operates differently from business risk. Templates rarely survive scrutiny. No prenup guarantees absolute insulation, but a properly structured agreement significantly narrows exposure. It preserves negotiation leverage if disputes arise. Treat marriage like any other major legal transaction. Assess risk, structure protections, and document intent. Emotion should not replace planning. Foreign entrepreneurs and investors create value through discipline and foresight. Marriage without legal structure contradicts that mindset. In Vietnam, a well-drafted prenup is not defensive. It is professional. For foreign entrepreneurs and investors in Vietnam, a prenuptial agreement is not about doubt. It is about protecting growth, ownership, and long-term value. If you hold equity, manage cross-border investments, or plan future exit events, your marital structure should reflect your business reality. To draft a prenup aligned with Vietnamese law and your investment strategy, contact LTS Law at lts.com.vn for professional legal support.